Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are fine. Students, we are in unit 1, that is networks and communication. In the last lesson we discussed different physical transmission mediums, in which we discussed the twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cables. In today's topic, which is the last topic of this unit, we will discuss some of the cutting edge technologies mentioned in your book. Cutting edge technologies. Cutting edge technologies refer to the most current and advanced IT developments. Few examples of cutting edge technologies which are discussed below are cellular communication, satellite communication, GPS and Bluetooth. These are the four advanced technologies which are discussed in this unit, and it's the last topic of this unit. We will discuss these four different communication technologies in more detail in the coming slides. First one, cellular communication. Cellular communication is a long distance and inexpensive form of wireless communication. It used high frequency radio waves to transmit voice and digital data. Mobile phones or cell phones use cellular communication. One thing I tell you, that this kind of network is actually divided into different cells. The whole area is divided into different cells, means that the area covered by each and every base station, or in other words we used to call it towers which provides signals to the mobile phones for communication. Those are actually called base stations. So the area which is covered by each and every base station, that area is called a cell, and they are organized in such a way that their transmission area or their cells are adjacent with each other, so that they can provide the continuous service to the users while they are moving from one cell to the other cell. That's why we see different towers at different distances from each other. So they are actually covering different areas, and the area which is covered by each tower, that is called cell. That's why the mobile phones which are used inside those areas or those cells, they are called cell phones. That's why the whole network is called cellular network, or cellular, the form of communication is called cellular communication. So just because of this division of division of area into different cells, this type of communication network is called cellular network, and the form of communication is called cellular communication. And the device that we use to communicate with each other, that is our mobile phone, it is called cell phone. These phones can also be used to access internet for sending and receiving data. Cellular communication offers a number of advantages, like inexpensive to install and maintain, increased flexibility, means that it's also some kind of flexibility that we can move freely while using the internet or while calling to each other through cellular network from one place to another. So it provides mobility and more flexibility. We can call at any place, from any place to any other place by using our cell phone, by using the cellular network. Further, we can call from our mobile phones to the landline numbers, and to the we can make national and international calls also. That's why it provides more flexibility. Further, we can also access internet by using the cellular network. So In multiple ways, this kind of communication or cellular networks can be used. That's why it has increased flexibility. Large coverage area. This kind of communication is mostly used for long distance communication. Satellite communications. Satellite communication is a type of wide area network. It can cover the whole globe. Actually, the longest area communication we have, that is satellite communication. It allows radio television transmission to be sent live anywhere in the world. The data transfer speed of satellite communication is very high. Before, satellite transmissions were difficult or impossible at long distance. Today there are hundreds of commercial satellites in operation around the world. They are used for weather forecasting, television broadcasting, radio connections, internet access, and the global positioning system, that is GPS. Scientific studies of our planet and atmosphere all rely on satellite communications. Today, satellite phones work anywhere without having the problem of signal. Here in this picture we can see that a satellite is placed in the space above the earth's surface, and the dish antennas, they are placed on the ground. So the dish antennas are actually the senders and receivers of the signals, and in between the satellite is used for this transmission. Like here in step 1 it says that the ground equipment, means this dish antenna, transmits signal to the satellite. Then the satellite amplifies the incoming signal and changes the frequency, means that it strengthens the signal even more so that the signal can reach to the ground. Third, signal is transmitted back to the earth, to the other destination where it needs to be transmitted and there another dish antenna or receiver, the ground equipment, receives the signal. So this is how the satellite communication takes place through a commercial satellite or any other type of satellites. Third one, global positioning system, that is GPS. Many of you already know this, and maybe you people are using GPS most of the time. The global positioning system is a satellite based navigation system. Nowadays GPS is used in many cars just to find the route to any destination or the distance to any destination, and multiple routes for reaching any destination. Many informations can be retrieved by using the GPS because it's a navigation system. It is normally used to determine the geographical location of a person or object, etc. For example, it may be used to locate a person, or it can be used to monitor the movement of a person or object, etc. It may also be used to find the location of the stolen vehicles. If the GPS is installed, or if that car has the GPS, that so it can be tracked, or it can be located by using GPS. A device that receives the GPS signals for the purpose of determining the device's current location on the earth is called GPS navigation device. This device has many advantages like providing directions to the drivers and other information, containing all types of maps, providing information on traffic condition, providing information on nearby hotels or petrol CNG pumps, etc. So location based information is provided by GPS. The fourth technology mentioned in your book, that is Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a wireless communication technology. It was originally developed to eliminate cabling. It is used to communicate between two or more devices over short distances, typically up to 32 feet or 10 meters. It is used to link cell phones, computers and other network devices. Whatever the devices which have the Bluetooth, they can be connected with the other devices having Bluetooth. Nowadays speakers have Bluetooth, headphones have Bluetooth, different Bluetooth devices are available, even Bluetooth mouse is available, keyboard is available in the market, and we use them. The name Bluetooth is borrowed from Harald Bluetooth, a king in Denmark more than 1000 years ago. So this device is named for this king in Denmark. There are many advantages of using Bluetooth technology. These are: it is inexpensive, it is low power signals technology and requires very less energy. You can share data and voice via Bluetooth. Although it has got a very low bandwidth, we cannot send heavy files or more data through Bluetooth. It will take too much time, but as far as less amount of data or small size data is concerned, so it can easily be sent through Bluetooth devices. It provides a secure way to connect and exchange information between devices such as mobile phones, computers, etc. Okay students, so it was the last lesson of this unit. In the next lesson we will be solving the exercise of this unit. So don't forget to subscribe my channel Computer Tuition Academy and press the bell icon for more updates. Thanks a lot. Take care. Allah Hafiz.